Hello, welcome back. All right, so we have 3 new techniques today, and I guarantee you with my painting example, you're going to be hungry. We're actually painting ice cream cones, and perfect for summer, right? So if you notice here, I'm sorry, I was eating pizza last night and was sloppy, so you know, hey, the life of Bobby. Okay, I'll be covering it up anyway next week. So what we're going to be learning is, as I promised, we're going to be working with masking fluid. Now, I told you not to purchase it because it's expensive. So I want you just to see what you can do with it, to see if you want to make the investment. And then also masking tape. And then we're going to do Crayon Resistance. So make sure you have a crayon handy, white, and hard and soft edges. So if you're writing these down, there's masking fluid or masking tape. And since you're not doing a masking fluid, you can just put masking tape. Crayon resistant or crayon. And hard and soft edges, okay? So I went to Michael's and I purchased masking fluid, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is like 20 bucks. Now, without the coupon. I came with my handy dandy coupon and got it a little cheaper. This was not on their website, so I was surprised they had the bottles. On the website, they have the masking fluid pens, and they did have them there. And I was shocked to find out they're actually the same price as this bottle. And when I looked at the pens, it must have like a half of a teaspoon in it. So don't buy the pens. Use your brushes, for goodness sake, and save money. This should last for a long, 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 long time. If you're going to invest in it, I'll buy the bottle. All right? So what this is, I'm going to open this bottle. And it sounds like when you put your gas cap on. So you're going to open it up. Now this kind of reminds me of rubber cement glue, if you ever use it. But I tried rubber cement glue to be cheap to see if it'll work, and it doesn't work as well as this. And this, I don't want to spill it. It does say watercolor on it, so make sure it says watercolor. So you're going to take a brush. I'm going to take any brush, and you're going to dip it in the fluid. Now this is before you paint. So the sheet should be completely dry. Now, you're going to paint wherever you don't want paint on your painting. So I'm just going to paint a circle here. And you can see it's not completely white. So you can see where you're applying the fluid. Now, if you wanted to do like a birch tree and you wanted to do the background, you could paint the birch tree. So when you do your wash, it will not go over top. And right away, you want to wash your brush because this stuff will dry and destroy your brush. So right away, rinse your brush. And then right when you're done, if it drips, you're going to want to wipe the edges off and then cap it right away. Because this will dry pretty quickly. Okay, so next to this, I just took some pieces of ripped masking tape, and then again I put it, like the first video, I put it against my jeans a couple times so it doesn't come off easy. I mean, it comes off easier, it doesn't rip. And I don't use this technique, but I wanted to show you. I do use it obviously to frame my artwork and tape it down, because this just isn't, I mean, you're just ripping paper, but you know, if you were doing abstract or something, this might work, okay? So I'm gonna let this dry because you do need it to let dry. It's almost dry, but I'm gonna move on to Crayon Resistance and come back to this to show you what it does. So Crayon Resistance does the exact same thing. You're going to apply this when your paper's dry to all the white areas that you do not want paint to go. So I'm going to go and do some crisscrosses. Now push really hard and make sure you have a sharpened crayon. You want a good point. All right, so you're not going to see much of anything. So now I'm going to take some paint. I'm going to do a wash over it. Now you can, if with the crayon, if you do it too much water, it doesn't work as well. I kind of want to do a light wash. I'm going to do red here. I mean, I'm not pre-wetting the paper. I'm just, I can do a little more water there. As you can see, it's not covering it. Now, if you keep layering it, it eventually will with crayon. Okay, this is nice for texture. This is nice for if you want to do some abstract, or if you want to make bricks and you want to just like draw bricks out, and then this will be the white part of it. That's good too. This should be dry now. Yeah, it should be dry. So here we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to paint on top, just like we did with the crayon. As you can see, it goes right above top the masking fluid. Now this is definitely the better option, the masking fluid and the crayon, but if you're in a pinch, crayon will work. Now if you did something like this, you really have to color in pretty heavily. Oops. I'm gonna have to let that dry before I take this stuff off. But that's what you would do. Now, here are the advantages and disadvantages. Where's my crayon? The advantages of a crayon, it's cheap. You can draw, you know, lines and stuff. And it does work. The disadvantage of this is it does not come off. So once you apply it, you can't rub it off. The advantages of the masking fluid is this, when it dries, we get to peel this off. So let's say you wanted to do a birch tree, you painted this, your tree, peeled it off, then you can go back and paint in the black marks. With something like crayon, you can't go back. So that's the disadvantages, and of course the disadvantage is this is pretty expensive. But if you want to use a lot, and with this, just like a paintbrush, you can do details with a masking fluid. So if you have like maybe spots on a dog or something, this would be great. So I wanted to show you that. I didn't want you to make the investment if you weren't going to get into watercolor all the time, because it is pretty pricey. So, but that's an option. So now we're going to go over to hard and soft edges. I was using a skinny round brush. I'm going to go for a little larger one to show you this. Or you can even use a flat brush. You know what? I haven't been using flat brushes. Let's try flat. This is actually, I don't know if you have one of these. It doesn't matter if it's flat. This is just a tapered one. Okay, so a hard edge, in I guess simple terms, is a very defined edge. So I'm going to grab some bright green here, blue green. As you can see, that would be a hard edge right there. Now a soft edge, which I'm going to actually piggyback on this mark I did. I forgot this paper stinks. That will be like a soft edge. So if there's something that's like, it feels soft, it kind of blurs out. There's no definition to where it ends. So this is more like, you know, it's a solid line, and there's no bleeding over or anything. And this would be the soft edge, which we'll be using for our example today. I have a great one to use both of them like that at the same time. I mean, you can separate them. You know, you can make, this would be great for a flat brush. You can make a hard edge, or you can simply make a soft edge. Okay? So hopefully, coming back to the first square here, this will be dry and I'll show you what this looks like. So hopefully this is, yeah, this is dry. This takes longer. See, it's still wet on the masking fluid because it doesn't like soak in. So what I'm going to do, there it is. I'm going to take a rag and just dab it off, just so it doesn't get everywhere. It will eventually dry, but it takes longer, okay? But over here is dry. So with this is simple, you just peel this off. There you go. Just like, this isn't a surprise. This is the same thing when you tape your work down for a frame. But you could use it inside your painting if you like. Now this, you're going to take the tip of your finger and sort of rub it gently. Now you want to be gentle with this until you get like a little piece that comes off, and you're going to gently either keep rubbing with your finger and pull. Now with this particular paper, I didn't put like a good piece of paper on top. I find it tears a little bit because this is low quality paper, but a regular watercolor paper, this will not tear at all because I've done this. Oh, come on. This one must be difficult. See, it's tearing a little bit. That should not happen with regular watercolor. This is just bad watercolor paper. I should have put a better piece of paper in here. But that's what it will look like. But be gentle, just like you would with the masking tape, and it should come off exactly what you paint. So that is masking fluid. Make sure it's good paper or it will rip. Crayon Resistance, and hard and soft edges. All right. So what I'm going to do is adjust here. We are going to paint ice cream cones. So, to make you hungry, right? All right, I need to grab a pencil. All right, so what you're going to do, scoop this up. I'm going to actually put you on here. You're just going to draw, we're doing sugar cones, my favorite. We're going to just draw a simple triangle here. Two together. Okay. Again, like I have to repeat myself. I'm drawing darker. Now, sugar cones have that texture, which is what we're going to be using a crayon for. I'm just going to crisscross some lines on here, pushing hard. So I'm drawing lines up and down, and I'm just going to crisscross it over. This is just suggestive. I mean, crayons aren't perfect, but I wanted to use this just to show you. I have done crayons for bricks once, and it worked out well, but it was not so small. All right, so I'm going to take, where is my palette here? I think this is like it's my dry palette, so I'm reusing this again. I keep wanting to put my brush in my tea here. That's another problem with artists. I have not drunk paint water yet, but I'm waiting for it to happen. So, all right. Yeah, this is like a yellow orchid, or like Alright, so I'm just going to, with a little water and paint, just paint inside here. And what should happen is some texture. Okay? And same as the other one. This isn't completely wet, it's just supposed to glide off. Now you got sugar cones. And obviously for this example, I'm not using the masking fluid technique because I want you to be able to do all these techniques for this if you want to practice. But I just wanted to show you the masking fluid. Alright, so I'm going to take, I guess I'll stick with this round brush. Small round brush. I'm going to make a chocolate scoop here. This is my favorite flavor. So, again, I'm reusing my paint. If you still have your palette left over, you can do it. That. I'm going to make a a hard edge, and then I'm going to soften it out. So I'm going to not go right here. I'm going to start a little above and make a scoop. Then I'm going to take a little bit of water and bring it in for the soft edge. I might not even go all the way. I might just suggest some ice cream there. And then I'm going to make some hard edges. And I'm going to soften it down here. Make it like it's dripping in the cone. Hello, Robert. My son just woke up. And I might want to put like, maybe it's dripping. Alright, now I'm going to do mint chocolate chips. I'm going to use green over here. Same exact thing, same idea. Excuse me, what, Robert? Thank you. Robert says he likes my painting. He's my biggest fan. You always have to have a big fan, right? Alright, so we're going to do the exact same thing. I think Robert really wants his ice cream, right, Rob? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I should go out and get ice cream today because now he's got ice cream on his mind. Alright. And I'm going to soften it out as a soft line. Okay, a hard line. Oh, that was not enough paint there. So it might not be a hard line, but that's okay. We'll make this soft. Maybe I can go back when it's not so wet and redefine that if I like. But I like drippy ice cream.
Like that? I like that.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And if you like, you can beforehand, just like last week, you can do a wash, except for you might want to draw out a little more so you don't bleed in, or you could just be suggestive with the color. So, let's see. I have this obsession with yellow. I don't think, well, yellow will work because it's a sunny day, right? I'm going to do some yellow. I might just, maybe I don't know, whatever you want to put it. I can just make it like it's a sunny day out or whatever. I mean, you could do what you want. This is just to show you the techniques again. I might plan this out a little differently. But it's hard to do everything in 20 minutes and show you everything and do a really detailed painting, which I'm not trying to do. But you can just suggest it's a sunny day, put another color down here, do the whole thing yellow, whatever you like. Alright, so this will be wet, so I have done some last night. And I guess I put something on top before it was dry. But, hey, things happen. I was stacking things up and cleaning up. Now, I'm going to put some detail on this. And this is just fun. This isn't any other techniques. I'm going to put a cherry on top. So, this would be like, not really, I guess this will be in the category of kind of a detail painting. And of course, we're going to put a little stem. Which, you know what? I'm going to use my liner brush for that. That will be good. Because we haven't been using a lot of the liner brush. Okay. And mint chocolate chip has to have chocolate chips in it. Robert's very impressed here. What's your favorite ice cream, Robert?
I don't know.
You don't know. Mine is, I think, Rocky Road.
I don't know, but I think like we all want.
Alright, so there you have it. So you have your Crayon Resistant here. You have your hard and soft edges here. And obviously you have, there's your masking tape, just joking, kind of not, technique. And your detail painting. So I will again post examples, have fun with it, find something to use your crayon for. It could be bricks, it could be maybe if you're shadowing and you want something to be bright, like a white highlight, you can add that on. Ice cream cones, anything with, like, you know, that you can draw with texture would be good. Anything abstract, like you can just have fun and make designs and paint different washes and colors and then put just splat. I don't know, whatever you want. So have fun with it, mess around with your crayons and post your creations. I love to see them. All right, until next week. All right, see you next week. Thanks.